So, to recap, having run a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, 2 full marathons, it is time for me to step up my game and do a triathlon. However, the triathlon I signed up for is in already 4.5 weeks from today. By the time this video drops, it might be 4 weeks, if not even 3.5. So it's in the middle of June. I know that I am a decent runner. However, combining all 3 disciplines, swimming, cycling and running, is not the only hard part. The real hard part is that I am not good in swimming. I have never done an open water swim and I have never done a real long swim. So it's going to be very interesting to see how I am progressing in that particular discipline. But at the end of the day, it's not about being perfect, it's about doing what scares you. So I am doing an Olympic distance triathlon, which is a 1.5 kilometer swim, a 40 kilometer bike ride and a 10 kilometer run. I am optimistic that it's gonna go well. I also believe this is a good opportunity to show you what actually is necessary for a triathlon in terms of equipment. So I will break it down by each discipline, starting by the swim. For the swim, I don't even have everything yet, just as a disclaimer. So maybe let's start with those things. The things I don't have and I still need to buy is a swimsuit. And secondly is a swim cap. I also don't have that one yet. Otherwise, for my swim training, so I am using obviously goggles, absolutely necessary. Then I've got a pull kick. The pull kick is to learn using your feet and your legs properly, where you essentially stretch out your arms and only your legs are working. Then I've got swim pads. You slide in your hands left and right, and then you can learn the swim movement more effectively. For my practice, very, very important every time. Same for the pool buoy. That is the thing that keeps you afloat, so you put it between your legs. It essentially keeps your leg upwards, because when you're a beginner, just like me, your legs tend to lower down. And once your legs are lower down, it takes way, way more energy to move forward while you're doing the freestyle swim. And if you are more in a horizontal position, it is much easier to glide through the water. So that helps. And lastly is a proper swim pants. That is a bit of a tighter one, and I feel like it helps me a lot. So it's not a must-have if you use a swimsuit, but for the practice, for the training, I think it's a great piece to have. And actually there's one more thing, which are earplugs. I just like to use them. I tend to have problems when there's too much water coming in my ear. I don't like it, so I use earplugs. After the swim, you are straight hopping on the bike. So you have your transition zone 1, where you can refuel a little bit. Then you hop on the bike. That is probably, obviously, the most important piece of the biking part. I've been told, and I would also agree, that for the first triathlon, just use what you have. If you have a mountain bike, if you have an old bike sitting around, just use it, that's fine. I bought this one last year. I have been riding it for quite a while now. I feel comfortable with it. This is obviously a road bike. That is modern enough, it's a great piece. Then, secondly, most important thing, a helmet. You are not allowed to compete without it, so get yourself one. And you want to get yourself some sunglasses in case it's sunny. And also, one thing that you need for the bike ride as well as for the run, and arguably for the swim as well, because you will wear it under the swimsuit, is your tri-suit. So this one I bought just last week and I've trained in it one time, and I have to say, I feel like a professional already. Once I put that thing on, I was just flying through the streets. So yeah, you put on the tri-suit and then you put your wetsuit over it, you go for the swim, then in transition zone 1, you remove your wetsuit and you still have that one on and you hop on the bike. And then you ride and run with it. If you want me to lay out all the costs, what I have spent, let me know. I might do another video on that. Otherwise, I will just bash through the things. And another thing that has helped me a lot, and I've talked about it before, is the click pedals that I bought for my bicycle. Yeah, so you just simply click yourself in and you generate more force easily. And I think for the biking, this is it already. Once you hop off the bike, you are entering transition zone 2, where I get off my click pedals and I am moving into my running shoe. For a 10K run, you could arguably say that this is more of a tempo run, where I would usually use my more of a flatter shoe, the Nike Zoom X. However, I will run in this one here, my Hoka Bondi 9. This is also the shoe I run the last marathon with. It has a bit more of a cushion and it just feels great on the feet. So that's gonna be my shoe I will be running in. So you need some sort of running shoe, obviously, to transition. Again, just use any, whatever you have there, it's fine. A 10-kilometer run, you will go through it for sure. Then again, I stay in my tri-suits also for the run. And one thing that I don't have yet, that I forgot in the beginning, is a race belt. So a race belt is a belt that you click on. And the reason you need a belt is because when you're on the bike, your bib needs to be shown in the back of you. So you just swap your belt towards the back. And when you're running, the bib number needs to be in front. So you just swap it backward. If you don't have a running belt, this takes a lot of time to unpin those safety pins from the back to the front, and you don't want to have that. So I was told to just get a race belt, which I will do. So as you can see, I'm not prepared yet, not fully. There's a few things that I still need, but this is what I've been training in, and I'm sure it's gonna be just fine. All right, so this is it in terms of the equipment and my announcement of my next challenge. As I only have 4 weeks left, I will definitely put up either a full week of triathlon training or a full weekend of triathlon training. Let me know if there's anything specifically that you would like to see. Again, I'm not an expert on that particular topic yet, but I'm just out there trying my best, having fun. I'm just absolutely loving it. So I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.